Well, Jericho got another question later on from Brian Alvarez asking about Jericho's amazing ability to get things over and reinvent himself and his many ideas.
Brian Alvarez.
Yes.
Hey, buddy.
I'm intrigued at your ability to get things over throughout your career. And I've noticed that, like, Bryan Danielson will come up with an idea of something that he wants to get over. Like he saw the Yes thing from...
Right.
Yes. But it seems to me that you will do something... and then you will see that there's an ability to get that over. Like when the belt got stolen, and you did the promo in the hot tub, and you mentioned the bubbly. I don't think that you, at the time, and you can correct me.
No, there was no bubbly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you had the idea that I'm going to get over this phrase, the bubbly.
Right.
But you saw that it got over, and then you went with it. So how would you... I just kind of want to know the way that your mind works. Would you say that the majority of the things that you get over, the list, the bubbly... I mean, you can go throughout your career. Were these things that I'm going to get this list over. I'm going to get this bubbly over. Like, is it kind of like a Danielson thing where you have this idea of something you want to get over? Or are most of your ideas, something happens and you just think, man, I can go with this?
I think one thing that I'm pretty good at is just reading the room.
Hold on, I'm stopping it there. One of Jericho's top talents, reading the room.
My God, I just can't. Do all of the journalists, all 6 of them that come into this room, do they bring their own baby oil for these hand jobs, or are they given a bottle of baby oil when they come in?
I will say, from watching this last night, it does appear that a lot of people are there as fans who have a place where they write about wrestling as opposed to people who consider this something to be treated seriously. When you begin by saying what your favorite matches were, or I like this or that, I'm not exactly sure if that's how it's supposed to go. But
it's not a hostile room.
No, not at all, and especially not for Chris Jericho. But let's go back to his brilliant answer.
Because I've had a lot of things like where, like I thought like GFY, that's a good one, and then the same night Mox came out and literally said, "Go fuck yourself," and it's like, well, that one's done. But no one was really getting into it. You're kind of swimming upstream. But for example, like the Wizard, for example, all it was throwing the fireball. I'm a wizard, and I start seeing people like, okay, they're making gifs of Chris Jericho with a Gandalf, Chris Jericho's face on Gandalf, or all these cartoons or Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, oh, this is interesting. They like this
Jericho's
wizard. So
face on Gandalf's body. Would anybody have noticed?
Hold on, you're interrupting a genius.
Yeah, fucking
wizard.
Genius. Yeah.
And then little kids now, they're posting videos. Oh, what are you? I'm a wizard. Oh, now we have something. So that's why we did the fireball last week. Just on
Harry Potter had nothing to do with that.
You don't have to do it much, but just doing it a second time, now it's Chris Jericho's. I'm a wizard. My dad said, "How did you do that fireball?" I said, "I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard, Dad." He's like, "Well, dude, do you want one?" It's in my hands. So that's kind of what you just read the room and kind of see, like, people don't bring signs anymore. You notice that?
Yeah.
I noticed that a couple of weeks ago. Nobody brings, back in the day, signs everywhere. That's how you could tell. Jimmy Hart would always say, you can't make people write signs.
You know why? You know what's hard?
Why?
You can't hold your sign in your phone.
Good call.
Same time.
That's a good point. Good point.
Everyone's always got their phone in
So
their
you
hand.
used to be able to read the signs.
That is a good point.
And now what you do is read social media. And you see kind of what's moving and what's shaking. And then, we maybe put out a T-shirt, see how it does. Oh, it's the #1 seller of the week. Okay, now we have something. So I think it's basically just reading the climate of the room and kind of hearing what people do, and just that. I'm pretty good at that. And instinct is good as well. A lot of 32 years of doing this, I have a real kind of good feel as to what people are into or what they might be into. And most of the time I'm right. Not all the time, but most of the time I'm right. Even Jericho Appreciation Society, when I told Tony that one, he bid on it right away. And I was like, dude, he was like,
he bid on it.
I first said that. Huge outrage. Jericho Appreciation, that's terrible. It's terrible. I was like, okay, stop. I'm in charge. You should have called it Inner Circle 2.0. Right? No. That's terrible. And then here we are now. Jericho
And the sports
Society.
entertainment.
And the sports entertainment.
I leaned into sports entertainment as soon as you said it.
one.
What a genius. What a genius. And it leaned so perfect into Bryan Danielson, Mox.
Well, that was another thing, too. I'm sorry, I know you guys have been here a long time.
No, it's great. They love
so
it.
we were in Bridgeport, and Eddie Kingston and I had a face-to-face promo. And he was great because he came in there and said, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't want to talk. This is pro wrestling. You want sports entertainment? Go down the road. Huge reaction. Oh, that's interesting. They don't like Sports entertaining. They don't like sports entertainer.
Who knew?
Who could have
Call me
figured
trademark
this
guy?
out?
Let me ask you a weird question. Is sports entertainer trademarked? Nope. Is now. So that's kind of why I was like, it's perfect. And then like he just said with the Blackpool Combat Club, and then suddenly they're connected because of Eddie and Mox, and none of you guys saw it coming, which made me laugh so hard. All the smart minds in the room, nobody saw this. It's 5-on-3. It's 5-on-3. Okay, it's getting old. These guys got to do something. Blackpool Combat Club. Oh, it's getting old. They're going to do something. You never saw the connection that it was coming to a head? We came up with that 3 months prior. But it's like I said, it all connects. Everybody
Yes, we
connects.
plan everything out
so
ahead
pro
of time,
wrestlers
ladies
versus
and gentlemen,
sports
because we're all a bunch of fucking phonies. Can you cut this motherfucker off?
He has become
Right.
Kenny Omega. If you hear the way he talks about
Yes,
himself,
he's
and
even
his
doing
stuff.
the breathy phone sex voice. And he's
Yeah.
an artiste. And, well, I guess, that'll be the next thing. He'll try to fucking be Twinkle Toes 2.0 and sap some of his fans if he's got any left. My God. And what stunning revelation is it that wrestling fans hate sports entertainment? Wrestling fans have hated sports entertainment ever since Vince came up with the idea. And we continue to talk about that. And that's why that so many people were insulted by and incensed by AEW, because we were promised our sports-based wrestling and we got outlaw bullshit. Just a different kind of outlaw bullshit than we get over in the WWE. But it's still outlaw bullshit. There ain't no sports in any of this entertainment. And they lied. At least Vince said flat out, no, we're not going to give you good fucking violent, bloody fucking pro wrestling that you can believe. We're going to give you a bunch of horse shit so you'll buy ice cream bars. But Tony lied to us. No, we're not going to do that. Sports-based presentation with middle schoolers and legless people and Rick Knox, the fucking floating corpse referee. And phony shit that we think about 3 months ahead of time. And then we'll tell you about it. Why do nobody watches this shit anymore? And everybody wonders why.